Hi everybody, today is Wednesday and we are going to make something else with buttermilk. So I almost never buy buttermilk. When I do, these are the two recipes, the one yesterday and the one today are the ones I do because I've got buttermilk on hand, so why not? So these are the Cheddar and Chive Biscuits. You know, they're similar to the ones you get at Bristol's or Red Lobster. I like these better because you can sort of control what goes into them a little bit more. I mean, I know that I think Red Lobster has a mix or something you could use, but they're really not that tough to make. The hardest thing is cutting butter. Oh, a couple other things I want to tell you. Okay, look at this. Real hexagon cookie cutters. I might have to try that this weekend, making the Hamantaschen with them. It just looks so easy. I would do like one little batch. Look at that. Much better than, say, this one. I don't know why they called those biscuit or cookie cutters, but they did. Also, you know, I was with my mom yesterday for a little while, and I know that I give Betsy a shout out on here a lot because she signs on and watches. She's one of those friends who is like just always there. She knows everyone. She's just very supportive. In fact, I know half the people on here know her. But she also does this thing. My mom said, when you see Betsy, because I had to drop something off for her, when you see Betsy, make sure and tell her how much I love this. When she comes to somebody's house for, you know, dinner or whatever, you know, a lot of people bring flowers or wine or something. Betsy is so good at finding, oh, I should have gotten a couple things out, finding something really special for that person. And she found these special pot holders for my mom that she uses every day. And she said, every time I use them, I think of Betsy. She knows that I like try and be really green, so she had a thing to put over a casserole pan that could be reused instead of thrown away. So she's just so great at gifts. Tell me the best gift somebody's ever gotten you like that, where they really thought about you. It's just so nice. Everyone needs a friend like this. Okay, so shout out to Betsy. Here is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start off with flour. You need 2.5 cups of flour. We have this every Thanksgiving. I end up having to make so many because everyone loves them. Okay, then we have baking. This has baking powder and baking soda in it. And for the baking soda, it has, or the baking powder, sorry, it has 2.5 teaspoons. So let's get that on my sliding one. Okay, 2.5 teaspoons of that, and then 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. We're right there for that. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. We'll move that. 1/2 teaspoon salt. And most of it, other than the buttermilk, is stuff that you have around your house. But I told you there's a way to make buttermilk with lemon juice and milk. So you really could do this anytime. Then it needs 1/3 cup of butter. Now, I've told you when you cut in butter, I like to cut it up ahead of time. It just makes it easier and you don't end up with any big, huge chunks. Okay, but you still do need to cut it in then. Now, when you're cutting butter in, it shouldn't be too soft. This kitchen is really hot because the sun is streaming in. And when everything's down to just little pieces of butter, then you can start mixing the other things in. Next is the buttermilk. And we need 1¼ cups buttermilk. Let's see, 1. Wait, I might have gone over there. Oh yeah, it's more like 1.5. Oh, yeah, that's a little over. Why don't you just pour that out? Because other than these two things, I have no use for buttermilk. Okay, I'm gonna pour the buttermilk in there. Now you don't want to overmix this because it gets like tough. So I'm gonna go ahead and just keep like mixing it with the knives. Stir it in with that, you know, cut it a little more. And you'll see it's starting to come together. As it comes together, I think I'm gonna switch to a spoon. Now the other thing about this is a lot of times I've found it's actually easier to just do it with your hands. Except your hands get a little gross because it does stick to them. Okay, so once it's sort of mixed, I am going to switch to my hands, but I want to add the other two ingredients, which are chives. It needs 2 tablespoons of chives. It's funny because that's oh boy. Okay, we'll call that 1.5 because the chives are in the other recipe too. Okay, so that's a couple tablespoons. And chives and the cheese, do not worry about exact measurements. That is not going to affect it at all. And the cheese, it has 1/2 cup of shredded sharp cheese. I don't mix that. I mean, measure that. Okay. So now I am going to switch to my hands. I might regret this because then I won't be able to get to my phone or stop on my phone. Okay, so I'm just going to mix this like this till it all comes together. If you want to push this off on a kid to do, they would actually love this. And you just want the flour mixed in well. But you don't want to overmix, so once you get it pretty much done, we got a little bit more to get in there. Okay, and let's see. I've got an event tomorrow night where I am doing how to be a more educated cocoa consumer, one of my favorite talks. I'm doing it for a workplace. Very fun, I can't wait. And I also have one of my donations for a charity that I am following through with on Saturday night. If you have any of my donations out there, please reach out as soon as you can. I want to make sure I have the products you need for this. Okay, washing these off real quick. Okay, let's see. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Now, I am going to scoop them onto a cookie sheet. Let's see, and they cook at a really high temperature, 450, but they only cook for 10 minutes. Now, the other thing with this, if you would like, just take whatever size you want. Depends how sick I am of putting them together. They get bigger as I get more tired of making them. The other thing that they do at Bristol's and Red Lobster is they will put on melted butter as soon as they come out. It depends. Sometimes I do it, most of the time I don't, because there's a third of a cup of butter in here already. Okay, I'm gonna stop with these. And I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator and I'll have it and it'll be like fresh baked biscuits for the next several days. So 10 minutes and then brush them with butter or don't. Either way, it still works. And I will show you what they look like. They are the best. They are my sister's favorite thing. I actually make it every Thanksgiving for her because that's her favorite thing. And we missed Thanksgiving this year. Although I do think I made some of these and dropped them off for people. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Very quick, very easy, and have a great day. Bye.